Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and it's time to get Hearthstone yet again, continuing on with the League of Explorers solo adventure. And we're into the very last wing, and we just finished off our first boss.
Oh, such lovely toys. A shame you keep breaking them.
Alright, the Steel Sentinel. Alright, your hero can only take 1 damage at a time. So I'm going to assume that's his hero, like, not mine. His hero. So, only 1 damage at a time. That's going to be tough. I don't really know what would be a great deck for that. If I were to think, more than likely what I'd want to do is pick away at him, and I'd probably want a deck that doesn't have a lot of high damage minions. So, decks that I think would be good for this. Maybe the Tauntcaster. Nice defensive deck. Might be a way to at least try out the deck and see what I'm facing. Death Rattle deck is another deck that doesn't necessarily do a lot of damage, but you may be able to flood the board here. Some decks I think would be terrible would be decks like the Rampandary deck or the Out of Nowhere deck, especially the Out of Nowhere deck, where it's all about doing a huge amount of damage all in one turn. If you can only take 1 damage at a time, then that's really not good. Well, I'm going to try the Tauntcaster, see how this opponent plays out, and if we need to try another deck, we will. It's always a little bit extra challenge when you're playing with the kind of gimmicky decks I like to play with.
Jaina versus the Steel Sentinel.
You asked for it.
Alright, not a particularly good starting hand. I'm going to get rid of one of the Mirror Images and the Arcane Nullifier, although that is a very good card. I won't be able to play it for quite a while. Alright, good. We got an alternative to the Mirror Image. I really don't want to play that on my first turn, but if I have to, I will. Alright, so we got another Gold Shower Footman.
Lothar's armor cost me months in Blackrock sifting through dragon dung.
Ready for action!
Alright. So as I thought, it looks like he has some kind of shield that prevents him from taking too much damage.
Armor made to fit.
Alright. Maybe an interesting theme here where he has a lot of armor. The thing I'm curious about is this, it says 1 damage at a time, so that means with each attack, I'm going to assume.
To arms!
Alright, so the question is here, do I play the Goldshire Footman and get another minion on the board, or do I hit him with my Fire Blast? I think get the other minion on the board is probably the best move.
Ready for action!
And we'll have to see how the future plays out. Alright, so that was the wrong choice, apparently. I was actually thinking... Oh, okay.
Dispatch the animated swords in the East Hall. Elise, whom shall I aid?
Get Torino in the main storeroom. He's surrounded by boombots.
Alright. So this is a good example of a card that is normally really good when you get it enraged, but it's only going to be able to do 1 damage to the enemy hero, so... loses a lot of its value.
On my
Interesting. Do we use the fireball here, or do we kill the armor smith, I think?
Bring it on.
And then I think we play the Ascension Shieldmaster here. We're going to lose the Tauren Warrior, but it is what it is. Alright, so he has lots of cleave cards. That's unfortunate. And apparently a lot of annoying cards. This is going to be tough to deal with.
You all seem busy. I'll just help myself to this lovely brooch.
And now I have a handful of stuff that is completely and totally not helpful. I think we got hosed on luck here, for one. I honestly think we have to use the Sentinel Shield Master here. Technically, we did 2 damage because he had armor. And then to use a fireball on a 2/2 sounds like the stupidest thing on the on the planet. I think I'm just going to pip here. And then maybe put down one of the mirror images. A massive waste of the use of mana, but I haven't had anything threatening enough to use a fireball on. So I'm really going to have to rethink how I play this deck here. I honestly think flooding the board with a lot of lower cost minions might be the best move. Well, we can pop this. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm going to concede at this point. I mean, honestly, we're going to have the Archmage play here in a couple turns, so it might be worth sticking around. Yeah, I'm going to stick around, but I don't think it's going to go very well for me.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Lots of divine shields and garbage. Be nice to...
Gran, he's animating the library books. I'll handle the flying hammers in the Lordaeron exhibit.
Alright. Annoyatron is going to be perfect in this situation. I think I'm actually going to burn one of my fireballs here just to kill this guy, because I'm going to get a bunch of fireballs through the Archmage, so I'm not too worried about it. And then next turn we have the Archmage play. Alright, so he's going to clear out. That's disappointing. But as I said, we get the Archmage play here. Unless he plays something like another Cleave, he's not going to get through the taunts this turn. And we can take advantage of the...
Is this the fishing tournament?
Alright, well, you got me. So what does this do? Well, that could have been worse. Okay, I think Flame Strike is the best call here, although I could do double Fireball all the same. I mean, it doesn't really particularly matter which order I do it in, or which one I actually do. So I think I'm actually going to save the Flame Strike unless he... see if he can... Honestly, I don't think it makes much of a difference. Let's just do this. Let's do that. And then we'll hit him. Yeah, he's only going to take 1. This is kind of where this is going to be a long drawn out. True Silver Champion. Honestly, I think you have to fatigue this guy. Alright, so he didn't get it. Which is good, because otherwise he would have taken out the Archmage. Oh, and he's hitting me. Interesting. Alright, in this situation, we could play the Lord of the Arena and one of our fireballs, which I think we're going to do.
The gates are open.
Aha! Battle!
Job's done.
And this is just one of those situations. He has a lot of cards to heal himself, too, so this is just a super annoying battle that there's not a whole lot you can do about.
Undefeated.
Alright, so he failed again.
Practice makes perfect.
Alright, that's no big deal. We've got the fireballs. Take care of anything that's on the board. And we get the fireballs right back, so... now we're going to start doing damage to him. We're going to do a whopping 3 damage. And I think we're going to fatigue first because we had our card that drew us cards. Alright, that's annoying, but we can still deal with it pretty easily. We got another one. Fortunately, we stopped him. Alright, I still think we can take care of this easily enough. Just pip that down. Fireball it. I would actually like to play more minions here, but he just keeps playing stuff. His hand's empty, though, so it's going to be... It's going to start limiting what he can play. And then we just keep pipping him. Alright, that's going to be somewhat annoying. But we'll get another taunt out here in a second. As a matter of fact, we don't even have to play our fireball. We can just play this. Finally, and use our hero power that does 2 damage. And then play our sludge belcher as a taunt. Very sticky taunt. We got 3 minions, so now we can ramp up the damage.
Armor made to fit.
And then next turn, we'll get even more minions out here. So, play this. Actually, the Noyotron's probably the better play. Let's see what we can play in one turn, though. So we'll fireball this, just get it out of there. Although Polymorph probably would have been the right move to do. The armor really doesn't matter, though, because more or less it's the same thing. And then we can play both the Noyotron and the Grizzly. Now, if he has something like a Twisting Nether, then this is just not a very fair match. And we're just going to hit him 3 times here. And in this situation, the Noyotron's just as lethal to him as any of the other cards we have.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Alright. That's fine. We can take care of that pretty easily. So we hero power that. We play the Sludge Belcher. We can't do anything else, but honestly, I think it's good to establish the damage. Now we just need to pick away at him. And hopefully he doesn't get any more heal 7 nonsense. We still have quite a while to go here. Yeah, take that out. That's a smart move. Alright. The Arcane Nullifier is great because it can't be affected by spells, so he can't do anything like that. And I think we hit him with a Fireball here. Because fireballs are... Oh, the armor works that way too. Interesting. Or either that or you got more armor than I realize. Well, let's do that. Yeah, the armor works that way too. So it doesn't matter how much damage I do to him. The armor only takes 1. Okay. Something I didn't really realize.
To battle!
Well, that is really super annoying then.
Job's done.
Crossover Champion's going to keep healing him, which again is annoying. But I think we play our Lord of the Arena as a response. And then we hit him with a Fireball, because we just gain it right back. And then we hit him a bunch. At this moment, I know I'm going to win. We have still plenty of cards to play. I'm doing a decent amount of damage to him every turn, and the cards in my hand will deal with anything he plays. Even if he plays something super, super scary, I just polymorph it. Or I Flame Lance it, or I Fireball it, and it dies immediately. So I'm not really too worried about it. That was kind of an interesting decision. Okay, honestly, I don't think it matters if we go after this guy or not, because he's not going to be able to kill anything on my board. So I think we just go full on after
To battle!
the hero here. Get him down.
Farewell.
And I think we'll kill him with the fireballs as well, so that's good. Fireball and fireball.
secured. Explorer, take the fight to Rafam.
All right, we were able to do it. It was a pretty long battle here. And we get a Curse Blade, which doubles the damage dealt to your hero. So it's only a one-cost weapon, but you want to be able to use that as quickly as you can because you don't want to take much damage while you're holding it. And the Museum Curator, which is a Discover a Death Rattle card. Okay, that's a nice card draw, technically, card. But as much as it was a drawn-out fight, the good thing about my Tauntcaster deck is that it's got really good sustain. It can hang in there in the long run, this was very much a long-term fight. Honestly, a deck that floods the board has the problem of running out of cards, and then you end up being in the same situation that the boss was, where you just don't have any cards to deal with it. The good thing about the Taunt deck is you don't really have to play a lot of cards every turn. Usually 1 or 2 cards is all that you need, so you can kind of maintain a hand, and of course, Archmage Antonidas really helped us with that, always filling our hands with Fireball spell cards every time we cast a spell, so that helps as well. So in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.